You know, in first chapter, already studied about the plasma membrane in detail. Means last class means in first chapter you studied about chemical nature or chemical structure of the plasma membrane, functions of plasma membrane, like this, some other important points. Here, let us discuss some other points about the plasma membrane. You know, each and every cell is surrounded by plasma membrane. Each and every cell. Means all cells are surrounded by plasma membrane. All cells are surrounded by plasma membrane. Plant cells, animal cells, remaining all cells. Okay, means bacterial cells, all cells have the plasma membrane. You know, in plant cells, on plasma membrane, another layer is present on plasma membrane. Another layer is present. Another layer is present, that is cell wall. That is cell wall. You know, already studied about the cell wall. Okay, cell wall is made up of cellulose. It gives protection, safe to the cells. Like this, we studied about cell wall. Means in plant cells, plasma membrane is present beneath the cell wall because plant cells have cell wall as outermost layer. As outermost layer. Understanding? Observe carefully. Here, in plant cells, cell wall is the outermost layer. Whereas in animal cells, the outermost layer is plasma membrane. What? Plasma membrane. Observe carefully. In bacterial cells, observe one side. In bacterial cells, outermost layer is cell wall. beneath the cell wall, plasma membrane is present. Okay, next. Okay. Actually, plasma membrane is also called as, cell membrane or plasma lemma. What? Plasma lemma. Okay, these are other names of the plasma membrane. Already we discussed the plasma membrane. It is the barrier or boundary. It is a barrier or boundary of the cell, and it acts as the barrier. It acts as barrier for the, listen carefully here, it acts as the barrier between the inner content of the cell between the inner content of the cell and external environment. External between these two. Between the internal environment of the cell and external environment of the cell. Plasma membrane, it acts as the barrier. Understanding? Next, plasma membrane. It is also called as selectively permeable membrane. Selectively permeable membrane. Why why plasma membrane is called selectively permeable membrane? Why means it allows only certain substances through it. It does not allow all substances through it. It allows the substances through it selectively. First, plasma membrane selects different types of the materials present outside of the plasma membrane or outside of the cell. Then only it allows the those substances through it. Okay, that is why it is called selectively permeable membrane. Are you understanding? Only certain substances, usually entry of the substances and exit of the substances, these two transports, okay, inward transport, outward transport, two types of transport, these are maintained by plasma membrane, okay, entry and exit, entry and exit of different substances of different substances are maintained by plasma membrane. Maintained by plasma membrane. Understanding? Next, already you discussed, plasma membrane is made up of phospholipids and protein. What? Phospholipids and protein. Okay. Okay, observe. Next, when we observe the structure of plasma membrane, okay, when we observe the structure of the plasma membrane, chemical structure of plasma membrane, chemical structure of plasma membrane is proposed by two scientists, two famous scientists. They are usually Singer and Nicholson. Who? Singer and Nicholson. These two scientists proposed an acceptable and accepted chemical structure of the plasma membrane. That method is that method or that model is fluid mosaic model. Fluid mosaic model. This is the accepted model of chemical structure of plasma membrane. That is fluid mosaic model. In this model, Singer and Nicholson stated that lipids are phospholipids. They are present in two layers. They are present in two layers. That is phospholipid bilayer. Phospholipid bilayer. Are you understanding? Observe carefully. Here, phospholipid bilayer is present as a ocean. Is present as a ocean. If we imagine the phospholipid bilayer as a ocean, proteins present in plasma membrane, these proteins are appeared as some ice bulbs, some ice bulbs present in that ocean. Understanding? What? Ice bulb. Okay. Observe carefully. Okay. Okay, observe structure. Observe, this is actually fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane. Here we can observe lipid bilayer, that is actually phospholipid bilayer. Phospholipid bilayer, these two. Two layers of phospholipid. Okay. Next, proteins are also present here. These proteins are two types. First one, intrinsic protein. Next, extrinsic protein. Extrinsic protein. Intrinsic proteins are also called as internal proteins. Extrinsic proteins are also called as, this is internal here, external protein. Understanding? Observe one. Intrinsic proteins and extrinsic proteins. Intrinsic proteins means they are located inside of the plasma membrane. Means this is the intrinsic. Next, these are the extrinsic, intrinsic and extrinsic protein. Here, observe carefully. Next, we can observe some other structures. Here, some carbohydrates are also associated with the plasma membrane. For example, some are associated with the protein. These are called glycoproteins. Some are associated with the lipids. These are called usually glycolipids. Glycoproteins and glycolipids. Observe, extrinsic proteins means they are located on surface of the plasma lipid bilayer. They are not present inside of the plasma membrane or chemical, the lipid bilayer. These are present outside of the bilayer. Next, when we observe the entire plasma membrane, it is appeared as a ocean. In this ocean, here and there, some ice bulks are present. Okay, observe carefully. Proteins are located like icebergs in oceans, like this. Next, 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 let us do an activity. Let us do an activity to observe the. Okay, let us do an activity. What is the aim of this activity? To observe the exit and entry of substances through the plasma membrane. You know, some substances should go into the cell through plasma membrane. Some substances should go out of the cell through this plasma membrane. Means each and every substance that is entering or exiting from the cell, that substance should be should be crossed or should be moved through plasma membrane. Okay, now let us do this activity. Here aim is to observe the entry and exit of entry and exit of substances through plasma membrane. Okay. Now the table. Now, in this activity, there is a table. You have to study the plasma membrane and you have to put a tick mark. You have to put tick mark here. Substances should go into the cell, into the cell, should go into the cell, should go out of the cell. Okay, observe there are different types of substances. For example, glucose, oxygen, next protein, next fat, protein, fat, minerals, waste material, vitamins, carbon dioxide, carbon dioxide, water. Now observe, in this activity, you have to observe this table and the substances. Now you have to put the tick mark. Okay, tick mark either here or here. For example, glucose. Glucose, observe carefully. Glucose should go into the cell or glucose should go out of the cell. Should glucose go into the cell or should glucose go out of the cell? Like this, you have to study the characteristic features of plasma membrane. Then you have to make the, you have to put the tick mark at appropriate positions or appropriate column. For example, glucose. Okay, okay. Draw this table and put the tick marks at different places. Okay, observe. For example, glucose. Glucose should go into the cell. Oxygen should go into the cell. Proteins should go into the cell. Fats should go into the cell. Minerals should go into the cell. Waste materials should go out of the cell. Should go out of the cell. Vitamins should go into the cell. Carbon dioxide should go out of the cell. H2O should go into the cell like this. Okay, observe carefully. Means from this activity we can conclude that some materials should go into the cell, some materials should go out of the cell. For example, if these substances, if these substances do not enter into the cell, what will happen actually? What will happen? Here, some life processes or some activities will be stopped. Understanding? Observe carefully. For example, waste material. If waste material does not go out of the cell from the cell, what will happen? These waste materials become poisonous materials after some time. In such conditions, all cells will be died and organism ultimately will die. Okay, that is why we have to know about the different types of materials. Okay, different types of materials entering into the cell or exiting from the cell. Okay, observe. Next, here carbon dioxide is waste gas. Here cells do not need the carbon dioxide. Okay. Next, waste materials, nitrogenous waste materials. Different types of nitrogenous waste. Urea, uric acid, urochrome. Okay. This type of waste materials, they do not, they are also, they are also not required by these cells. Next, vitamins, minerals, fats, proteins, oxygen, glucose, they are required by plants. That is why they should go into the cell. But here carbon dioxide, waste materials, they should go out of the cell because there is no need of these two substances inside of the cell. Okay, yeah. Next, preparation of